Not that we'll get into it much. We're done.
Continue straight. Then use the left lane to keep left to merge onto I-96 East.
I mean, we may. I suspect we will.
Yeah.
It's on the show sheet.
Yeah. And hey, Caputo broke down Jace Jung, so...
I've got something with Jace Jung, because oddly, Friday I talked about it.
I heard you talking about him. Yeah. You got a little swagger to him?
Well, I want to... Gator hasn't seen the video. Have you seen the video?
I haven't, but I heard you describe it, and I can't wait to get Gator's response to it.
It's intriguing. And the only reason is because he was one of the only guys I'd ever seen play.
Right.
Played against Michigan in 2 College World Series games, and they played a regular season game. And he's unique because he's a big, beefy second baseman. You don't see a lot of those guys. He looks like a catcher or a fullback. But
use the left lane to keep left.
That we will bring up because I want to get Gator's impression.
Somebody said, I don't know, Tigers might have found their new Kirk Gibson.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know if he has a defensive position. If he can hit, they need hitters. There's clearly a need.
The position thing, I don't know what you
In 1.8 miles, take exit 198 to merge onto I-94 west towards Chicago.
DH.
or they can throw you in a corner outfield. It's not a big deal.
If you hit, you'll play.
Yeah.
I mean, especially on this team.
And being able to hit matters an awful lot. It looks like you can hit and have.
But do you feel the way I do? Because the backdrop on the day that Torkelson gets sent down, it's a reminder that the development of these guys, even if you like the profile, even if you like the little blurb on the scouting report when they take them, you can't have any faith that these guys are going to actually pan out because of the guy who's running the organization.
Well, there's that. That's a big part of it. But the first thing is, though, is that it's hard to make it in baseball,
True.
man. It is so hard, and I don't think people understand that when you're... This draft is like the toughest draft of all the 4 major sports when it comes to predicting what you're going to be. That's why they used to have 60 rounds of drafting or whatever. It's impossible to really kind of project it. And I do agree with Stoney about Avila. I was driving to this thing, and I think we all think Al needs to go for the GM position. I don't know if he has to go from the Tigers. I don't think he's a bad dude. I think he's
a good dude.
I think what you said is kind of spot on. He needs to go back either into a role of which he's not.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 198 to merge onto I-94 west towards Chicago.
Upstairs, more difficult.
Maybe he could work in promotions. He was talking about Eduardo Rodriguez bobblehead night before the season. Oh, that wouldn't work out very well.
Take the exit, then keep right.
What do you guys got coming up?
Well, we've got... I do want Gator to see this video. I also made a...
Use the right lane to keep right. Merge onto I-94 west towards Chicago.
I know.
Kudos on. I don't...
Thought we were going to hit those orange barrels.
This guy got
about you. Pat yourself on the back.
Well, I was surprised. I mean, honestly, I was surprised, and people are like, "That's right," but I'll tell Gator in time.
All right, Carson Anderson coming up next. See you tomorrow. 97.1 The Ticket.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1.
Music by Cars for Kids. As the first half of the Tiger season comes to a close, a couple of new prospects added to their organization through last night's MLB draft.
Of the 2022 MLB draft, the Detroit Tigers select Jace Jung, a second baseman from Texas Tech.
Some lefty power there, the brother of a top Rangers prospect. He slugged 39 home runs and walked more than he struck out in his college career. Detroit also drafting another infielder, Oklahoma's Peyton Graham, in the second round.
He's one of the few players that we have with above-average tools across the board. It's very rare for that. We've got 55s across the board. He had a phenomenal season this year with power and speed. It's almost a little surprising the amount of power that he got to right now, considering the frame. And I think that frame is a question. Is he going to be a guy who's going to be able to add weight moving forward, or is he going to be a guy who's always really lean?
The breakdown from MLB Network. Orchard Lake St. Mary phenom Brock Porter went undrafted on day 1, likely to end up playing at college at Clemson. Rounds 3 through 10 will be today. They'll get going again in the early afternoon. With the final game of the Tiger season rained out yesterday, A.J. Hinch also announced that Spencer Torkelson will indeed be optioned to AAA
after failing to hit .200 at the major league level in the first half. The final game of the Tigers' early season yesterday was a wash in Cleveland, postponed due to weather, and will be made up in mid-August for yet another doubleheader. A crazy finish at the Open Championship with Cam Smith capturing his first major with a 20 under par score. A stretch of 5 straight birdies on the inward 9. Rory McIlroy becoming the first 54-hole leader in a major to hit all 18 greens in regulation and not win his putter ice cold during his Sunday round. And speaking of ice cold, this was Cam Smith in the winner's circle with NBC.
Well, perhaps you can tell us how you're going to celebrate tonight with the Clara Jug.
I'm definitely going to find out how many beers fit in this thing, that's for sure.
The Aussie winning the Players' Championship and the Open in the same season. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Doug Kosh.
I'm just trying to get him off, but I'm trying to be polite.
And Scott the Gator Anderson.
Get off the loop and let's have at
On 97.1 The Ticket.
All right, good Monday, everybody. Doug Kosh, Gators back after some time off last week. How are you?
I'm just fine, thank you.
So are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, I don't go here very often because I don't have a wide range. I don't have a lot of knowledge when it comes to this. And that is comparing how people look from, like, somebody famous.
Mm-hmm.
And I made the comment last week. I was walking through the office and bearded Jeff Rieger was here.
Hey, buddy.
Yep. And it was easy then because he came in studio and I mentioned it so people could go to Twitch and see him, see what bearded Jeff Rieger looks like.
Sure.
And I think he looks exactly like somebody I saw in a movie. And you, during the commercial, said, I think I know who it is. So I wonder if this one is an accurate, if we've got the same guy in mind, what bearded Jeff Rieger looks like. Ready?
I am ready.
Do we want to name the movie? We'll go 3, 2, 1 and name the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Die Hard. Hans.
Boogie.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, it's like Ellis.
That guy.
Ellis.
That jackass.
He looks...
The guy who put everybody in danger. That guy.
Yeah. It's not... Now, let me be clear. I'm not blaming what happened. I mean, I'm not comparing...
Oh, what happened to Nakatomi building? You're not going to blame that on Rieger?
I'm not blaming it on Rieger. But, gang, do you know who we're talking about? Ellis from Die Hard?
Yes. Die Hard's a great movie. I've seen it. Yes.
Yeah, and does bearded Jeff Rieger not look exactly like that guy?
Doug, see, this one would be, first of all, you're spot on.
Yeah.
But secondly, you don't see a lot of movies, so that narrows things down for Gator when you have to pick two. So
I know, but honest to God, like during the break, they started talking a little bit about it. You know, I didn't know anything about this except I heard Costa say, I heard you made a movie reference. And as soon as he said movie reference, I'm like, yeah, he looks like the guy from Die Hard. 100%.
But let's say it's a movie like Avengers, you know, the Rise of Thor or whatever. I don't know, make it up one. Yeah. You would not pick that because you know Doug has not seen that movie.
No, but I'm just saying. Immediately when I heard the word movie, the first thing that came to mind was Die Hard, and then I made the connection afterwards. I even said it in front of Doug. I said, knowing that you're coming up with a movie, it's a movie that you saw, so I feel pretty confident.
Yes,
is what I said.
That just double stamped it for you.
It did double stamp. Yeah.
Well, look, I'm very...
It's a great comparison.
I'm borderline proud of myself.
You should be.
I just don't...
It's a good one.
Yeah, I don't...
It's a very good one.
Thank you. But that's what bearded Jeff Rieger looks like. So, there you go. All right, so I want you to go to YouTube.
And earlier in the movie, when Bruce Willis sees him, in the office,
yeah,
it was kind of a combination of Rieger and Stoney because he had the cocaine on his nose.
Ah,
right.
Stoney said
back in the day.
So we're allowed to go there?
Yeah,
we talk about it. Yeah,
we're okay with
every time Stoney. But you have to remember, just because Stoney is comfortable talking about uncomfortable topics, doesn't mean we have to.
Not about us. I don't want to get uncomfortable with us. I got some uncomfortable topics to talk about. Do you want to have an uncomfortable Monday?
Talk about uncomfortable topics. You want to bring something wildly uncomfortable for you to talk about?
Yeah, not really.
So I want you to go to YouTube, and I want you to watch one highlight.
All right.
I want you to tell me when you have YouTube loaded up.
If I have it loaded up.
also going to tweet this out so people could see it. All right, ready?
Yeah, I think I know what you
Jace Jung. It's Young, but it's spelled J-U-N-G. So you go Jace Jung, J-U-N-G, home run, Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it? Mm-hmm. All right, I want you to hit play. You probably have to skip ad and 5.
Yeah, I got it. Dismiss.
Yeah. And I want you to watch this home run the new Tiger hits.
All right, here
and
it
I want you to get your impression.
Launches it opposite field, going back and gone. Outfield doesn't even bother chasing.
Now watch it.
Oh, look like he's very excited. Very animated around the middle. Let's go, he says. Come on, here we go. Fist going straight down. Oh, we just jawed at the shortstop. Yeah. He's waving to the benches in the crowd. Woo, here we go. Come on, folks.
He's yelling into the Texas dugout.
Yeah, well, he just hit a home run
against Texas
to put his team up
2-1 in the first inning.
Well, yeah, it's the first inning of the game.
Yeah.
8 pitches in now, and Jace Jung is excited.
Yes.
And why wouldn't you be? He just crushed it over the wall in left field.
So this is the new Tiger, and it's funny because when you're looking at MLB draft stuff,
the umpire was not happy.
The umpire was not happy.
Not having.
No, they held a meeting and all that. And I don't know.
Get it for yourselves.
We are trying very hard to find out if there's a backstory between the Tigers draft pick is a second baseman from Texas Tech. Out of all the guys drafted yesterday, he's like the only one that I saw play. Because he played Michigan twice in the College World Series, and I remember him as the beefy kid, and he's second baseman. He's hit like 35 home runs the last 2 years at Texas Tech. That one that we just showed, that we just talked about, I should say, came against Texas, and as he circled the bases,
I'm realizing what he was shouting.
He was screaming at the Texas shortstop, screaming into the Texas dugout. I mean, Cadillacing and very much talking trash.
Here's what he said. He goes, "Let's go!" And he's bumping his fist, and like his fists are like going down. He's bumping them.
Yeah.
And then as he's running between first and second base, he goes, "This is my house."
Yeah.
And then gets to the shortstop, looks him right in the eye, and goes, "This is my house." That Kevin Garnett commercial where he's gambling and the pool guy is there after he wins with BetMGM, and the pool guy's been there. "This is my house." And he's like, "What?" So that's when he was shouting, and then obviously firing up the crowd. There is, I don't know, there's a backstory now. There doesn't need to be. It's Texas versus Texas Tech.
Yeah, it might be.
That was it. It's a rivalry game. It's like Michigan State. You're all pumped up.
I know that you get upset about these kinds of things when they happen against your team, and you get very what a tool. But
I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't care. Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
I mean, it's weird because I remember when this happened, it kind of was one of those under the radar, didn't really go viral, but in the college baseball world, there was some retweets, and we follow a couple like D1 baseball accounts and stuff like that. So we might. I remember seeing this, and it happened.
I think where I've gone in this over the years, I've kind of softened my stance a little bit. I'm more accepting of the positive efforts of the player. If it seems genuine, like in the moment there, it's about the play you just made. I don't mind if a player, if they make an interception, they want to get excited about a quarterback sack, a touchdown. I'm cool with that. What I don't like is hey, I'm going to run out to midfield and try to plant the flag. That kind of thing. The Baker Mayfield stuff or whatever, that bothers me. I think that's stupid. But if it's in the spur of the moment, if you're caught up in it, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I've become fine with it. I don't know if I used to be. I'm okay with it now. So that's how I've evolved.
I'm intrigued. You have evolved. You have changed.
Yeah.
I wanted to get your take on this.
I do have instances where I'll say that's tool-like. If you're making it all about you, well after the fact, you're still hooting and hollering and you're doing some crap. That's different. But he just crushed it.
Yeah. Okay, so you're okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay.
And look, if you want to see it, we tweeted it out at DougGator971. This is what we hope someday is the Tigers' second baseman, and we hope he's doing stuff like this. He was the pick at 12? They picked 12 last night. Yeah. And we talked about that home run on Friday, and then he gets drafted on Sunday night. So there you go. Kang, you saw it. Do you believe there's no backstory? It's just spur of the moment?
Makes sense. I was talking to Greg, the morning show producer, about it. He's just like, everyone, he knows, I guess a lot of people that live in Texas, and says, if you don't go to Texas, you hate Texas. Like, this is just it. Like, everyone hates Texas. Because they can't do the hook 'em down horns or whatever, so everyone just says F you instead. Is that right? It's bad, I guess. So, yeah, I mean...
You go to Baylor, you hate Texas. You go to SMU, you hate Texas.
Yep.
You go to Texas Tech, you hate Texas.
Turn right.
Oh, and Jace Jung. You go to UTEP, Doug. UTEP hates Texas. You hate Texas. You go to UTSA. Roadrunner. You go to UTSA?
UTSA.
You hate Texas.
They hate Texas.
Yeah.
At the light,
All right, that's
turn
a new
right onto
Tiger. See it for
Road.
yourself. At DougGator971 on Twitter. In the meantime, Gator, Champ and Chump, we do it every Monday. We'll have our nominations today at 10:35. Champ and Chump, sometimes I am intrigued. I am intrigued to see if there is any response to my Chump of the weekend. I have a feeling it is going to take this show to a place we have never gone before. And I can't wait. Oh, boy. It's at 10:35.
In half a mile,
Carson
turn right
Anderson,
onto Beverly
97.1, The Ticket.
We've hit the halfway point of the baseball season, and you can still turn big hits and dingers into big wins with FanDuel Sportsbook before the Midsummer Classic. Right now, new customers can step up to the plate with a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just sign up using promo code WOJO, place that first bet, and FanDuel will give you up to $1,000 back in free bets. If you don't win, you might want to bet on the Home Run Derby. How about Juan Soto? He's my pick. There's no better place to bet
Turn
America's
right onto
pastime
Beverly Road.
than on America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, sign up using promo code WOJO to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Must be 21 or older and present in Michigan. First online real money wager. Only refund issue is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions
In a
apply.
quarter mile,
See terms
turn
at
left onto Princess
sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
From 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, Buffalo Wild Wings Happy Hour has beer, cocktails, and bar food for $3 to $6. It's the perfect way to offset a long day. Text that hilarious joke about your boss to your boss. Like, no. Try a $4 Miller Lite Tall. Set your morning alarm for 6 p.m. That calls for $5 strawberry margaritas. So if you ask your phone why you're still single and...
Seriously?
Head to Buffalo Wild Wings Happy Hour from 3 to 6.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
Dine in only. Drink responsibly. Offers vary by location. Void where prohibited.
Did you book the Townsend's 10th anniversary ticket?
Alona's travel agency is overbooked and experiencing delays. She needs to land a new project manager to clear her business's runways.
Yes, Mrs. O'Hara, we checked. Pygmy goats do not count as emotional support animals.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
In a quarter mile, the destination is on your right. 6107 Princess Street.
Virtual interviews, all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your
The
healthcare
destination
provider
is on
if
your
an
right.
authorized oral treatment is
6107
right for you.
Princess Street.
Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift,
Arrive.
burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding